Yes, so it doesn't look like my slick introduction is going to work tonight, does it? No. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome. Sorry about the intro. Not as slick and entertaining as I would like. But then again, you don't get everything you want in life, do you? Like complaining Lenny. God, isn't Lenny a complaining? Considering you get all this for nothing. But anyway, regardless of the fluffed up intro, the good news is that I've got no neighbours, and Tony, and that's with an I, not a Y, isn't here tonight. So I can be as loud as I want to be, which is always preferable. Oh, there's Lenny. Lenny's moaning. All I seem to get off you is verbal insults and cranky rebuttals, Matt. Well, the thing is, Lenny, I'm here on me, getting ready to go live, right? Getting geared up, getting my spirits, getting in the mood, and all I get from you is, oh, you just fucking empty promises, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, okay, Lenny, you don't have to fucking moan about it, mate. Seeing as you don't go live, Lenny, seeing as I don't see you doing all this and you spending your time to entertain us, I think you should shut the hell up, Lenny, and just enjoy it when it is here. Yo! A million zillion brownie points to Dave, straight in there in the chat room. Hello, Dave. That is great of you to come in. And it shows just like what balls the New Yorkers have. Straight in. No messing about. Great to Dave. It's great connecting Brighton to New York. And that's what it's all about. It's connecting Brighton to New York. It's making that transatlantic leap. And so it's great. I'm thrilled to welcome Dave, Bobby Star Show, onto MattTaylorTV. So he's had a good day up at the Renaissance Fair with his friend Michelle and Marie Delaney. 10-hour live. 10 hours. That's how you do it. Driving up to Connecticut with his mate, fellow YouTuber from New York, or whether Michelle is, I don't specifically know. That was a 10-hour, and I dropped into it every now and then because I myself have had a lovely day. I've been down Brighton Beach and I hung out at Answell Park for a bit of shade. Lovely. And of course, St. Answell's Park is somewhere. I went a lot. Sorry, I went a lot when I was a kid. I will stop smoking chamomile tea. I will stop it. I only smoke chamomile tea, Dave, to get high and get through the experiences of being a YouTuber. Because back in the day, Dave, I'd have all my equipment. I'd have my Mac, and I'd have Snapchat. On Snapchat, you can do shitloads of filters, and so I used to host my shows as a goldfish, for example, or an insect, or an apple, or whatever came to, a mermaid. I had my favourites, I used to be a skeleton. That was good. So I used to host all my shows using the state-of-art technologies and software programs, if you get my meaning. So I really prided myself on the cutting edge entertainment. I was bringing my audience. And then the vicious piggy boys. They literally barge in, Dave. They barge into your house. Just like, you know, Dave, everyone, has had 50 SWAT raids. 50 SWATs. And that's why I'm so excited about making this transatlantic leap, connecting Brighton to New York. Because Dave and his YouTubers from across the pond have had so many familiar and similar experiences. Oh, Dave says, my mic and camera says no permissions. Sorry. We're not permitted. Isn't that a gutter? Honestly, there's a jinx. There's a jinx, Dave. I can't even allow my best mate, Captain Justice, on. There's a jinx in the system that doesn't allow him on sometimes. Oh, I am sorry. Oh, isn't that a gutter? That's a kick in the teeth, if ever there is one. So Dave won't be coming on MattTaylorTV. There's only going to be one way. Only I can go on to Dave's. But yet Dave cannot come on to me. Oh, man. Talk about, you know, poor low punch. Oh, taking all the wind out of me. But anyway, Dave, I trust you had a good day out with Michelle. Certainly great live. I popped in a few times throughout the day. I had a little afternoon nap. Well, early evening nap coming back from the beach and the park. Lovely out there it was. Oh, yes. Nice and hot. And it was great to see. I mean, Brighton, it just comes to life in the summer. And there was shitloads going on in the... so we got the festival. And we got all the Thai ladyboys. You're familiar with Thai ladyboys, aren't you, Dave? And so the Thai ladyboys, they come to Brighton every summer. And they put a show on. Fantastic show. And so we saw all the ladyboys walking around town today. And I'm sure there was a dance competition. Because there was loads of, you know, gymnasts walking around in all their dazzling, in their sequined uniforms, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so Brighton was buzzing today. Absolutely buzzing. And I hang out at St. Answell's Park. So I love St. Answell's Park. And you know, I used to go there all the time as a kid. Fond memories. Brighton holds loads of fond memories for me. So may I ask, Dave, did you grow up in New York, or did you grow up like somewhere else? If you know what I mean. So apparently, because Dave, I kid you not, I'm also in contact with the spiritual realm. So I thought maybe, you know, if we could spread gay rights across the world, we could show the Galactic Federation that we're civilized enough to join them. But we don't need to do that. But what we do need to do is clean up our planet. That's the entry requirements. We need to clean up our planet first, and then once we can do that, from the messages I'm getting, that's going to be the yes vote. Isn't that exciting, eh? Anyway, you know, so many things spring to mind, from is exposure coming to isn't Brian Harvey doing a fantastic job? I know Brian Harvey's live at the moment, but I just want to say something in his defense, okay? What the fuckity fuck is Bill Maloney doing, setting them up like that? Because we had that Andrew Ash say that same name as the barrister who's representing Prince Harry. And I paused there, Dave, because I'll talk to you about, I do a lot of spirit writing on the show. I communicate with the spiritual realm. The spirit writing is indicating that Prince Harry is a reincarnation of none other than King Arthur. I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't. Sometimes I don't know. I can't fathom all the stuff the spirit writing says. But I've forgotten where I was. Except that, isn't that a shame that Dave cannot come on to Matt Taylor TV? Oh, that's a kick in the teeth, everyone. That's a kick in the teeth. That's the whole plan gone up in smoke of connecting Brighton to New York. Because I thought with the time differences, there could be no ending to the entertainment coming from this crazy corner for YouTube. That's a little saying penned by this guy called Freddie, real name Danny. And so, you know, when we think of Danny and Bex, they're a couple that actually found love, Dave, while watching Matt Taylor TV. Can you believe it? They found love in the audience. And in dedication to Dan and Bex, who we miss very much, I'd like to sing this Irish folk song written by AI, Perplexity. Shout out to Perplexity AI. This is a little Irish folk song written by Perplexity AI, dedicated to Dan and Bex. I miss Dan and Bex, two friends of mine, whose laughter and stories were always so fine. They'd sing, they'd dance with a pint in their hand, and their love for each other so easy to understand. From Dublin to Derry, they'll roam far and wide, with a smile on their faces and a twinkle in their eye. They'd share a good joke or a song from the heart, and their friendship was something that would never depart. But now they're gone and I'm left all alone, with memories of laughter and stories they've shown. I miss Dan and Bex with all of my soul, and the love that they gave that made me feel whole. So let's raise a glass to these friends of the past, whose spirit lives on in the sings that will last. For Dan and Bex, two legends so true, will always be with us in the green and the blue. Oh, what? Thank you. Dedicated to Perplexity. No, written by Perplexity, dedicated to Dan and Bex. And don't worry, there will be another one next. Where is Tony? I'm into Irish folk because a couple of weeks ago I took my magical imaginary girlfriend to the Murphys band. They were called the Dubliners. They were like, you know. Anyway, let's just put it that way. They were a traditional Irish folk band, and they were brilliant. They were brilliant. I was very lucky to get some tickets. So we didn't book, but luckily there was one more ticket left. But this gentleman, his partner didn't turn up, so he had a spare ticket. So I paid for one ticket. Anyway, I gave him 20 of a drink. Like this guy whose partner didn't turn up, I paid 20 quid and I brought him a drink. He sat in the last seat available, and then I took his original 2 seats, which were right bang in the front. They were massive, best seats. But we like going to that theatre. So it was a great night of Irish folk, and it's, you know, of course, Irish folk, it's just stuck in your head. I love a bit of Irish folk, so we will be singing another Irish folk song very soon. Oh, don't. Go on then. Go on then. I'll sing it now. This is an Irish folk song written by Perplexity AI. Shout out to AI Perplexity. This is based on Tony. Oh, where is Tony, the lad from the green? A question that echoes through the Irish scene. From Dublin to Galway, from Cork to Donegal, the search for Tony, a mystery for all. Did he wander the fields of a Henry, or sail the rocky road to Dublin with glee? Did he march to the beat of a different drum, or dance to the tune of an Irish hum? Perhaps he's in Flanders, fighting for his land, or lost in the hills with a pint in his hand. No matter where he roams or where he's been, Tony's spirit lives on in the heart of the green. So let's raise a glass to this Irish son, a legend in life, forever on the run. For Tony's story, a tale for the ages, a folk song for Ireland through history's pages. Lovely. Written by AI, dedicated to Tony. So, yeah, I enjoy it anyway. I enjoy having a good song. I don't know about you, Dave. And just touching on the Irish there, I know your heritage is Italian. And I'm reading a book at the moment. Oh, it's in my bag. I took it out today. I was reading it in the park and down the beach. It's like the history of organised crime. And so, you know, with your Italian heritage, I'm just asking, have you can like look back to your history, your family history in any way? I'll be interested if that's something you wanted to share. But sadly, Dave cannot come on. Mic and camera says no. The computer says no. Gutted. I'm sure there's other ways, isn't there? Because I'd just like to say a big shout out to Facebook. Because of course we are simultaneously live on Facebook. So I'd like to say a big shout out to my viewers on Facebook. Oh, I love it. I love the technology, Dave. I love the technology. And my argument, hey, while we have this type of technology at our fingertips, we've got to use it. Surely, we've got to take advantage of it. Obviously, sometimes computer says no, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth, isn't it? Because that's my plan, fucking up the scooter, isn't it? My plan of connecting Brighton to New York, right up the scooter, that one. Down to fucking technical difficulties. What the fuckity fuck is that all about? Technical difficulties. Anyway, I'm just sipping at a lovely cup of coffee with a spoonful of honey. A spoonful of honey. I do like a bit of honey. Don't do sugar. But mind you, I have enough of that in my food, isn't it? Oh, but you know what? I made a love. And this was inspired by Justin, Captain Justice. You know Justin, don't you? Dave. You know Justin. I know him affectionately as Captain Justice. He stayed with me for a month about this time last year, funny enough. Yeah. So anyway, what happened? I can't remember what I was doing. What I was even thinking about, really. Except that, yeah, it was really nice to have Justin stay, Captain Justice. I know Dave knows him. I can't think of what I was. Oh, yeah. Inspired by Justin, because when he lived here, he used to make lovely salads. And one of Justin's speciality was breast of chicken marinated in all kinds of herbs. I mean, basically, Justin just went through every herb in the cupboard and just put it on his chicken, you know, fried it up, and then served with a delicious salad. Just, tastes are just out of this world. And that's something I've been carrying on. And I had a lovely Captain Justice salad today. Oh, 2 lovely breasts of chicken it was. Chillified. I chillified the fuck out of my breast of chickens, right? And then just served with a lovely salad. And do you know what I'm doing? I'm putting mozzarella cheese in my salads. Today I put this other cheese, more of a crumbly type cheese, a Greek. Lovely. Getting, oh mate, loving it. And so that's a big shout out to Captain Justice. And the same things happened to him. He often wasn't able to come onto my show. It's a kick in the teeth, isn't it, Dave? It's a fucking kick in the teeth. So there was a few things I wanted to ask you, Dave, but they're not really coming to mind at the moment. But yeah, Bear Mountain. You do a lot of driving, don't you? Right, good on you. But the good thing about driving is that you get to your destination. So yes, going back to Brian Harvey, because I've got something to say on that, right? What the fuck had he fuck? And sorry for swearing in front of you, Dave. And these may be names you're not familiar with. But what is Bill Maloney up to, man? Setting up Brian Harvey. I mean, Brian Harvey has more than adequately presented his case, hasn't he? He's more than adequately presented his case, and he's done that by recording everything. So everything that was said between all parties is out there for public scrutiny. And it's pretty bloody obvious to everyone Brian Harvey was set up by Bill Maloney and his crew, which does include the Wedger, John Wedger. I don't mean to be, but it does include, you know, other big names in the so-called truth movement who are all connected to Bill Maloney, who's trying to set up Brian Harvey, 22 million selling superstar, because that's what he is. I mean, you know, he's got his position in modern day culture, and what he done outside of all courts of justice it was a masterstroke, absolute masterstroke. If you don't know, Dave, Brian Harvey, ex-E17 band member, singer, he started screaming out in front of the Royal Courts of Justice to get Prince Harry's attention. But he was talking about it the night before on his mates, Nicky Cooper's. And of course, as he was already said, they knew it was happening. And Brian said that he expected media would cover it, and damn right they did. Damn right, it's got him the media coverage that he was after, and damn right to him, because what I like about the Brian Harvey, that can be the bridge. That can be the bridge between the UK truth movement, the alternative media, which I am part of, Dave. Check out Guerrilla Democracy News. Sorry, I'll get it up on the screen. Yeah, I love blogging. I love blogging, Dave. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, so Brian Harvey, Bill Maloney. What the hell is Bill Maloney up to? Bill Maloney has got some questions to answer, and so has John Wedger in relation to what the hell are you doing working with a guy who so clearly has tried to set up Brian Harvey. E17 superstar. And because the lawyer that is now representing, I mean, correct me if I've got this wrong, everyone, because I'd rather be told now I've got this wrong than to carry on believing something that's making me look a right twit when I'm saying it in public. But correct me if I'm wrong, the solicitor who's representing Prince Harry is in the same list of people who are said to have had sex with you know, that kid, Andrew Ash, in which they brought Brian Harvey down to interview. Was Brian Harvey was there interviewing Andrew Ash, reeling off loads of names, including the name of the barrister of Prince Harry and of Brian Harvey's come to be, or whether anyway. So look, it's evident Brian Harvey was targeted by the Maloney Wedger crew. And then who touches in with the Wedger crew? None other than Archer. And Archer, misguidedly, I'm telling you, and please, if anyone can pass it on, she is misguidedly refusing entries for Guerrilla Democracy News to cover the SRA conference. The first one of its kind. Because maybe Jeanette Archer doesn't understand just let's leave it at that. So evidently Jeanette Archer doesn't understand me, because otherwise she would have accepted, you know, I was happy to give her my address to go through her vetting process, get a ticket and cover the event as Guerrilla Democracy News, just as I did back in the day at Guerrilla Democracy News 2014 it was. Yeah. 2014, about May, was it, or not? No. May, June. Oh, no, here we go. A5, yeah. A brilliant weekend. Oh, of course, all the videos were no longer there. They wouldn't be, would they? Just because, like you, Dave, I've lost so many damn YouTube channels. But of course, the blogs are still there. But the videos aren't. Very much a kick in the teeth, actually. Yes, AV5 Aurora Success. Here's a little link for you. I'll put it in the chat for you. If anyone's interested, people may not be interested. People may not be interested, but I'm sure you are. So I've already sung you the Irish songs about Dan and Bex, and I've done you the Irish song about Where's Tony. They're only songs. We're not asking. But you know, we're all loving and caring. We've got someone in the chat, Anaconda. Richard Mallet was Brian's solicitor, and on that list, yes. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Richard Mallet is also the solicitor, the barrister, representing Prince Harry. Have I got that wrong or right? Do I need to Google that? No, David Sherborne. All right, so David Sherborne was Brian's barrister and Prince Harry's. And so David Sherborne was mentioned on the list, as was Richard Mallet. Good God. So look, so he's been, that's grooming then, isn't it? So Brian Harvey, you can be argued, has been groomed Groomed, I tell you, groomed by Bill Maloney. Facilitated by John Wedger. You know, this is, I'm sorry, Dave, but this is all kind of in party, not so much in party, but no, I mean, I think you may find it interesting. This involves, the ex-lead singer of East 17. And the good thing about Brian Harvey is that he still warrants media attention. I mean, you know, and it's true. You cannot take this away. But if Brian Harvey does a serious face-to-face broadcast, puts it on YouTube, that it makes the papers. End of. Sherborne wasn't on the list, but Mallet was. So Mallet isn't connected to Prince Harry. I see. Okay, so perhaps from what you're saying, Anaconda, I don't know whether you're like, but the barrister who's currently representing Prince Harry isn't the same barrister named on the list, on the Maloney Baloney list. Sherborne wasn't on the list, but Mallet was. My question now is Mallet but evidently Mallet isn't the barrister who's currently representing Prince Harry. So my brain isn't processing, quite frankly. My brain isn't processing. But we'll come back to it. Oh, I do love a bit of oh, did you see about this? The shock. Look, fucking hell. Look, I'm gonna read this shit out, man. I'm gonna share the screen. I'll share the screen. Fucking shocking. This is kind of rubbish, and it's I'm a bit embarrassed to show. The solicitor was named, not the barrister. Right. But Mallet isn't connected with Prince Harry, as far as I know. Right, here we go. Hastings police officer. Let me just make sure everything is, yeah. Maximize that. Hastings police officer admits online sexual activities while working from home. You know, and these are the kind of like types of individuals I've had barge into my house, put me onto the ground, cuff me, and steal all my worldly belongings. These are the people who are doing this. A Hastings police officer admitted engaging in online sexual activities while working from home, Sussex police confirmed. PC Alexandra Pede, as in paedophile, 26, from Hastings police station, admitted allegations of gross misconduct when he appeared before a misconduct hearing held at Sussex Police Headquarters on Wednesday, June the 7th, in front of a panel led by an independent, legally qualified chair, said police. The hearing heard he became a victim of blackmail over his activities and gave a false account of them when he reported them to his supervisor, said police. And this is something I've highlighted myself. How and listen, I'm sorry I'm getting loud, Dave, and forgive me for getting loud, but number one, there's no neighbours, and Tony, and that's a Tony with an I, not a Y, are out tonight, so I can get loud. And I've been a victim of police corruption, and I fucking have warned against this. I wrote an article about this. I said Sussex police are open to be blackmailed for their perversions by organised crime. And here we have it. I'm sorry for getting loud, but I actually wrote a blog about this, and you know, if I had someone available, they'll look it up for me. I've written a blog about this. How Sussex police are open to blackmail because of the perversions in their ranks. And this is exactly what's happening here. Organised crime identify your perversion and blackmail you for it. And do you think this is the only police officer who's been blackmailed? Of course it isn't. The bloody, honestly, that's why I get arrested so many times, Dave. Because I just continuously shine the light on Sussex police. But then again, should the light be shined, bear in mind a proportion of your hard-earned money goes to these individuals. Goes to pervert police officers. A police spokesman said, in doing so, the panel found that he had breached standards of professional behaviour in respect of discreditable conduct, following orders and instructions, duties and responsibilities, and honesty and integrity, and this amounts to gross misconduct. The officer was dismissed and will now be added to the Police College of Policing barred list, which will prevent a return to policing. Superintendent Petra Lazar, Deputy Head of Professional Standards, said, "We expect our officers to act with the utmost integrity." I shall repeat that for anyone for a dramatic effect. Utmost. Utmost means utmost. We all know what utmost means. With the utmost integrity and in accordance with the code of conducts, code of ethics even, and the standards of professional behaviour. And we have invested in a comprehensive program of cultural change towards challenging, reporting and tackling unethical or unprofessional behaviour. Criminal behaviour, misconduct and misogyny have no place in Sussex Police. The actions of this officer in this case fell far short of the standards we expect, which is reflected in the findings by the panel. LQCs are selected, blah blah. LQCs, yeah, these are the. Anyway, we're going to leave that for now. Quite frankly, I don't like talking about pervert piggies, if you know what I mean. Oh look, there was something I wanted to check on Fanny Bones, because Fanny Bones was planned. Oh look. Dave is live. Dave is live. I just want to quickly see something else as well first. No, yeah, no. So, yeah, so Dave is live. He's driving somewhere. Sadly, Dave cannot come on. Otherwise, you know, we would have said hi. Actually, I wonder if I can go live on his.
a phone number that Carlos Martinez had left in the chat, and I thought it was a phone number to like call.
Anyway, we'll leave Dave. We'll leave New York for the time being. And we will touch base with New York if we can. It looks like technical issues will prevent New York from touching base with Brighton. With a kick in the teeth, quite frankly. With a kick in the teeth. But we always find ways around it. I'm thinking, you know, if he's got Skype, we can contact each other on something else and everything will be hunky-dory. A big shout out to my Facebook audience, broadcasting live on YouTube and Facebook. We just touched on that pervert police officer, PC Alexandra Pede, as in paedophile. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, going back to Brian Harvey. You know, fuckity fuck. What on earth is going on? I mean, what do you make of it? Bill Maloney has got some serious questions to answer. The number one question being, what the fuckity fuck are you doing setting up Brian Harvey with false stories? I mean, Brian Harvey had no other alternative but to do what he did. He knew it'll get the reaction it got. And, you know, fair on Brian Harvey. Respect. Because what I like about him, he's led by example. Don't ask me what the Latin is, you know. memory fades. I've forgotten what the Latin is. Exemplari. Ex babu, whatever, in trying to say. I just got distracted. Something's come up on my phone. A Matt Taylor experience. We all love a bit of a Matt Taylor experience, don't we? I lost my trail of thought there. It happens. It happens. Let's change a bit of let's change some graphics. Let's change the mood. Bit upsetting, yeah, very upsetting, really. We've got to be aware of this. You've got to report extremism. So we're just gonna have a little break, okay? Just gonna have a little break. Thanks, Anaconda, for putting me straight on that. Really appreciate that. Much appreciated. Anaconda in the house. A lot better than AI, mate. AI's got nothing on Anaconda. Shout out to Anaconda. We all love Anaconda on the Barbie. Let's have an Anaconda. Have an Anaconda. So I find this oh, I do like that. I like the bit. So yeah, great live earlier on. Thanks to everyone who joined in with that. I'll just see if I'm able to download that. So, you know, it takes YouTube, you know, a fair amount of time. Yeah, we can download it. So naming and shaming can be downloaded. And then how about connecting? Yes, I can download that. So I've got 4 hours. I've got 4 hours of footage over the last 2 days. I think that's pretty good going. I think that's pretty good going. You see, this is all original content, that is. That's 4 hours of a live content. And that's down to you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me for those 4 hours of live content. Original content you're not going to find anywhere else in the whole wide galaxy. I just want to, you know, give yourself a clap on the back. A slap on the back, even. A clap or the clap. What would you rather have? A clap or the clap? Either way, give yourself a smack on the back for being a part of that. For being a part of those 4 hours of cutting edge entertainment you're not going to find anywhere else in the whole wide galaxy. At the moment, they're downloading onto my hard drives. Shout out to Brian PC, sponsor of the show. I may as well say it, 100% transparency. Brian is sending me some toilet brushes tomorrow. Thank you ever so much. I cannot tell you how much they are needed, and thank you. You saved me buying one today, mate. Thank you ever so much. I would have done it. I was out and about today. I was more than happy to buy myself my own toilet brushes, but not only Brian has sorted me out with computer equipment, Brian is now sorting me out with toilet brush, so thank you. I'm looking forward to it coming tomorrow. Thank you, Brian. And yeah, so I had a bit of money come into the... Let's talk no more about that. It's not nice to rub it in everyone else's nose that you're a multi-millionaire, you know. But look, suffice to say, I help people. People I helped, put it that way. And of course, nearest and dearest. Well, they'll always come out smelling the roses, don't they? oh God, I must stop smoking chamomile tea. And I will. Because what a lot of you don't know, and which I'm more happy to talk about now, is that as a consequence of all what's happened being a YouTuber and all that jazz, I have developed a substance addiction. It's not something I'm proud about, but it's something I have to be open about. So yeah, I am fighting a substance addiction, which has developed as a direct result of YouTubing. Something I'll keep to myself for the time being, but it's something I'm battling with, and hopefully with AI assistance, you know, motivational pushes, I'm sure I'll be able to beat my substance addiction. So I can get my life back on track. Obviously, I'm having technical difficulties. I can't seem to be touching base with New York. Bit of a kick in the teeth. But, you know, it just means I have to remake some plans, reappraise, and all that jazz. Nothing is insurmountable. We can do it. We can do it. All you have to do is put your mind to it. I'm a strong believer in that. Everything is achievable. All you have to do is put your mind to it. And it always used to work for me. I remember I used to go, right, okay, I've got to put my mind to this. I can deal with it. I can do it. Right, what's the problem? Break it down into its parts, into its pieces. What's the first thing that needs to be decided? Bam. Is it 1 or 2? Now, is it 1 or 0? I mean, is it left or right? Yes or no? What's happening? And that's what I used to like to do. And that's how I like to think. Break a problem down. Looking at it from a different angle. So look, I've been babbling on for coming up to an hour. I mean, I did put the link out. I just want to show you. It did go out, but sadly, Dave wasn't able to come in. Otherwise, I would have had a chat with Dave. So shout out to Across the Atlantic, to the New York crew. Oh, crikey. I suppose it's time to, for bed, I suppose, isn't it? An hour, I know, Brian. I suppose it's time for bed. I mean, I've had I did have an afternoon nap, well, an early evening nap, out in the sun all day. You know what it's like. You just got notified. Those bloody pesky notifications, eh? They were kicking the teeth. Oh, what else is a kick in the teeth, Brian? Was that I wasn't able to touch base with Dave from New York. And I had a little spat with Lenny before coming on. Lenny was like, you don't go live anymore. And I was like, yeah, I'll be going live later on tonight, Lenny. Thanks for asking. And because I was in quite a good mood. And then Lenny comes back with, yeah, you always say that and then you don't bother. And I was like, well, last time that happened, I said I would and I didn't. I did say sorry. And I did let everyone know, and then it's like, fucking hell, Lenny. I'm trying to fucking keep my spirits up. And all I get from you is bloody moan. We've got why so dim some tin why so dim some tin wong. Is that what it is? Yeah, it is. Why so dim something wong? Evening, Matt. Evening all. Hey, listen. There's no one in the house. Tony, and that's with an I, not a Y. He ain't I. I'm happy to go for 2 hours. Who's up for it? Who's a bit of up for it? Who's a bit of up for it? Yeah, Dave went. Yeah, Dave went. Of course. So, hey, Brian. I got your text. I was out and about, so I couldn't respond straight away. I was on a lot of sunbathing, reading, walking around. It was very nice. So, what was it? The big story of the day, of course, is Decker Hecky. 5 watching, yes. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for reminding everyone. There are 5 watching, everyone. There's 5 watching. Back in the good old days when my channels weren't... Oh, look. I really don't care how many people are watching. I'm just grateful people are watching. You know what I mean? I'm sure you'll have loads of people watching you, Brian, when you decide to start going live yourself. Because, of course, it's something I recommend everyone does. Everyone should go live. It's brilliant. It's good for the community. Oh, don't. What are you putting this on the screen for? Oh, it's cringy. It's like horror. What is this? This is disgusting. I think we should report it to Sussex Police. Oh, so why so Dimson something wrong? So it's the quality of the viewer over quantity. Wink. It's the quality of the viewer over quantity. Yes, it's the oh, right. I'm getting it. It's slowly coming to me. Why so dim? It's because I've only got 5 brain cells. And my 5 brain cells need to order themselves before I can understand. It's the quality of the viewer. So you're saying the 5 people watching are like awesome people. And it's, it's not, doesn't even matter what they're watching. The fact that they are watching. Oh, isn't she gorgeous, the lady on the screen? I will eventually, Matt, but I need to get it right. Yes. So, Decker Hecky got beaten up What's all this fighting and grown men fighting? Bloody hell! Oh God. Whew. That was a bit of chaos. Oh my goodness gracious! Who's this hottie on the screen? Who's this hot? Who's that hottie on the screen? This is a bit X-rated, isn't it? But I do intentionally, you know, throw the sexiness into the brand. Because MattTaylorTV is sexy. But the funny thing about that, Brian's making the point that it's 7:30 at night. Look, it's still light out there, isn't it? It's still light out there. I mean, look at this. Let me share this. Okay. Yeah, we best share this because you'll get me done for How is it still light at 7:30? Should we listen in? How is it still light?
My craving for punani right now is out of this world. Out of this world. Oh.
How is it light at 7:30 in New York?
Oh my God.
Well, I suppose the sun is going down.
I cannot stop craving the punani.
He's craving the punani.
My shoes got really dirty today, guys. They used to be a nice hue of blue. And now they're like brownish blue and gray. They turned gray in a matter of 24 hours.
Evidently, I mean, he's been driving.
That is the American sky.
And he's gone to
the sun going down over the state of Connecticut.
Renaissance fair.
Absolutely, tremendously beautiful. Look at this.
He's evidently dropped the shell back.
Guys, when was the last time you saw something this majestic and beautiful?
Oh, it is beautiful.
Think about it.
But isn't this lovely? Because we're bringing.
When was the last time
I'm bringing you New York. I'm bringing you America. This is amazing. This is.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's beautiful. Yep. Oh my God. Is it locked in Johnny's
I won't say anything.
Yep.
Yeah, but that is beautiful, isn't it? Eh?
Guys, the sun is going down over the state of Connecticut. And you are experiencing something else because you live in a garbage state somewhere.
Good.
But that is the West, guys. To the right is the West.
Isn't it one?
That's where the sun is setting. Yep.
Ryan using his newfound.
Sarah, I don't know any more about what's going on with the
helping other people. Locating missing children. Very important. So yeah, Brian Harvey's ticking all the boxes, isn't he, eh?
Guys, put a 1 in the chat.
Of course, what he was saying.
Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are jealous of what I'm seeing right now, what I'm experiencing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Not on your Nelly. What? Right,
put a 1 in the chat.
Right, isn't
you are extremely jealous.
Of course, it's very important.
Extremely
to do anything with the press.
I'm gonna do my radio voice.
I'm not there.
My hot and smooth radio voice. 101.1 classic rock.
Oh, I did enjoy that.
105.3, the home of alternative rock and roll. We'll be right back with your host, George Maury. Yep. You're listening CBS FM.
Anyway, we're gonna leave Dave for the time being. Bye, Dave. Where are we? That young lad. What kind of man? What a kind man he is. Brian Harvey. And his supportive chat members. What a great bunch of people. Yes. I have to agree with that. He's doing well. And he's got a good community around him. That's the main thing. Oh, that's a bit much, isn't it? This nail being torn out. I think we're going to have to find a different... Oh, we've gone past the hour, everyone. We've gone past the hour. That's okay. Look, I don't mind staying up. I don't mind staying up for a bit. What can we do? We can... Well, I can be as loud as I bloody want, which is good. So I'm happy. I'm happy for it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Right. Sorry, everyone. I've got a message. Let me make sure. Yep. Let's go for the message. Right. Okay. Cool. Thanks ever so much. Nice. Why so dim? Something wrong? It's the quality of the viewer over the quantity. Like it. So, listen up, everyone. What we're going to do about Bill Maloney trying to set up Brian Harvey. You know, we've got some responsibility to help Brian, you know that. You know, he's one of the nation's favourite pop stars. Yeah, we all agree. Brian Harvey has earned his place in modern day culture. Yeah, of course he has. Of course he has. So listen, Bill Maloney is going out there making out he's a top geezer alongside John Wedger, alongside Jeanette Archer. But yet, what have they ever addressed what Brian Harvey said about them? Hello. And I had forgotten the most important thing. I've just come to me, and this is yet to come. So first of all, Brian Harvey's going, hello. You lot trying to set me up. And secondly, most importantly, Brian Harvey's done time over this. No wonder he's fucking pissed off. You would be pissed off too. Brian Harvey's done time. It was Weston-super-Mare. The lad was found with two other 18-year-old lads, if my memory serves me right. So that's a bonus. A happy family reunited. Or is it a kid going, what the fuck? I can't go out with my two mates without you fucking sending the world after me. So yeah, no, it's not good. All teenagers should make their parents aware of where they are. And it's not, good that children should just bugger off 3 days without telling their parents. I certainly haven't done anything like that before. Hope everyone's well. Yeah, so come on, let's get back to it, really. The big talking point. The guy has given his story. He's made his argument. And, I mean, his saving grace was that he recorded everything. So he's put it all out there. And it's easy to make your own mind up. Yes, he was set up. Because what Andrew Ash said was a load of cobblers, wasn't it? Confirmed. John Wedger drove him down. So John Wedger facilitated it. Bill Maloney groomed. And we know by the choice of his solicitors. Groomed. There's a big gang. That's what I was... Sorry for not finishing my sentence. There's a gang of people, isn't there? A conspiracy against Brian Harvey is a fact. Confirmed. And, you know, please, if you feel differently, I'd love to, like, understand your reason and why. But Brian Harvey has more than adequately then proved his case. Surely, of course he has. Damn right he has. And what are we going to do about it? Oh, Bill Maloney can't just get away with it, surely. The cover-up gang, yeah. And what by the sounds of it, the way they are covering it up is just totally ignoring it. But then again, we did have Sean Atwood address it with Puddock. What's the latest with Puddock? Puddock was calling out James Hind to be James Bilton, Richard Bilton. Nothing more has come of that. Ian Puddock's name's been mentioned by Brian Harvey, supplying the camera. So the finance behind it all, the money man, all stinks, doesn't it? It stinks. So we can identify this thing, and it's coming from Bill Maloney. I do think people need to be held accountable, says Brian. Especially if they're selling themselves as a crusader, as a truth teller. And that's something Bill Maloney is doing. He's selling himself as a truth teller, as someone you can trust, confide in, believe in. But yet he was setting up Brian Harvey, a national treasure, someone who's earned his position in modern day culture. Brian Harvey has done it. He's done the hard work. He's had the nightmare. And most importantly, he's done time for it. And I don't fucking care if I'm getting loud, because there's no one fucking here. I ain't got my neighbours here. They're gone. It's empty at the moment. And Tony, with an I, not a Y, has fucked off for the night. So I can get loud and I can get leery and a bit hairy. Brian is spot on. And the poor guy had no choice. He had no choice but to go down to London and make himself look an idiot by screaming after Prince Harry. He had no choice but to do that, and he pulled it off. He pulled it off because he's got exactly what he set out to achieve, and that's the attention of the mainstream media. We need answers, says Brian's PC. Damn right we do. Because of course, and I hate to bring her in, but we've got Jeanette Archer, who's also setting up a conference based on this SRA. You know, and if it's transpiring that the whole thing is just scripted rubbish, a whole like industry created out of nothing, out of an industry created out of a satanic panic type mentality, that if the stories are so dreadful and outlandish, we are like tapping into a part of the psyche. We're tapping into the reptilian mind, which of course everyone has. And so perhaps, there is a concern that they're using psychology against us by targeting us with these stories. And that's what it is. Because we cannot take any credibility in Bill Maloney now. Because Bill Maloney was confirming a load of rubbish. Was it rubbish? Bill Maloney, I imagine, will say no. everything Andrew Ash said was true. If that's the case, then Mallet, the solicitor, is a dangerous predator paedophile, as is David Icke and other prominent celebrities, including Jonathan King. But yes, we do need answers, and we need answers on behalf of the survivors. The victims and the public need answers. There's many types of falsehoods used to deflect from reality. Of course, that implies then that there is something to deflect from. So there is something they are deflecting us all from. Fascinating, anyway. It is fascinating. Loving it. Thank you for joining us today. Oh. And so look, are we is someone gonna start knocking on do some citizen journalism? Who's gonna knock on Bill Maloney's front door and say, "Oi, Bill, what do you have to say about setting up Brian Harvey, our national treasure? Someone who's booked his position in a modern culture. He's with the hard working. He's got the real life story, He's got rods in his hips. And most importantly, and most gravelessly injustice against him, is that he's done time for it. He's done time for it. For something he shouldn't have done. Do you know how that fucking preys on your mind? Do you know that fucking gives you a fucking pissed off attitude? An attitude like, fucking hell, I feel like getting some fucking comeback. Because I've been fucked over. And fair dues, we've all been fucked over. But then there's Brian Harvey fucked over. You know what I mean? The poor guy. Let's give him some sympathy where sympathy is deserved to be given. Poor guy. No, he's done great. He's done great. And he had to do what he done. And good on him. It takes balls. It takes balls to go in front of the national media and go, "Oi, you cunts! Harry!" It takes balls. But the thing is, and we all know because we've followed Brian for so long, he had no choice. Hello, Tube England. Good to see you in the house, buddy. Good to see you in the house. We're up to 1 hour, 15 minutes. I will be having a little 5-minute break. I'll be putting the kettle on. Brian Harvey's story. Once you see it, you simply cannot unsee it. And that was something Captain Justice brought to the table. This time last year, as you all know, Justin came to visit. And that was something he not so much reminded me, but pointed me to that, the Brian Harvey story. There's so much about him out there. He's done so much, and so much of his story has been covered from the mainstream media. And that's touching on what I mean by he deserves his position. Because he has been such a staple diet of modern day culture. His claims to fame are valid. And none of us can really, and there are many people who can, but none of us can, put our hands up and say we've done anything like Brian Harvey's done. And Brian Harvey's had lots of chances, If there's ever going to be a criticism I'd make, there isn't one, because I think he's a cool guy. But, the guy's had chances. and he's going to get another chance. And fair dues to him, he gets chances because he makes them. And I can see that. And that's something we all have to kind of like take our hats off to the stars, to the celebrities. They've already demonstrated their motivation to make it. So just by us watching Brian Harvey being a part of one of the most successful bands out there, he's demonstrating that he can achieve his dreams and aspirations. And so Brian is a motivated guy. We see that the way he presents himself. And I'm just realizing now his comebacks are his doing. He's making the interest. And fair dues to him. It's not as if he's going out asking for this. This has landed on his fucking lap. He was targeted, he was groomed by the Maloney gang. Who are the Bill Maloney gang? Let's name them. Because we have to be vicious here. And we have to be true to ourselves. Who's the Bill Maloney gang? First up, John Wedger. Second up, by association, Jeanette Archer. Well, Jeanette Archer's 4. There's obviously John Wedger's number 1 man, Dan, I think his name is. Dan, the boyfriend of Lou Collins. I met Lou Collins at AV5 2014. She would have reported back saying, no, don't let Matt Taylor cover it. Which is a mistake. It's a mistake not letting Guerrilla Democracy News cover it. Why would you not let the leading alternative news source not cover the first SRA conference ever of its kind? It's like silly, because all you're going to get is bad publicity now. Straight off the bat, straight off the bat, you're getting bad publicity. So it doesn't matter how much hard fucking work you're putting into something. At those magical moments where you got to make the right decisions, you don't make the right decisions, do you? And that's going to be your downfall. Your downfall is not trusting me. Your downfall is not saying yes to me when I tell you to do it. Because everything's got times constraints. Every beat is a beat closer. But let's put it that way. So we need things done when I tell you to do them. And I'm sorry to get angry, but we are reaching the end game, Real life consequences and all that jazz. So, yeah, I'm quite enjoying this, raising my voice without a care in the world that anyone's going to hear me. I do apologise if it's kind of like, when my decimals just jump and everyone's like putting their hands to their ears. I do apologise for that. It's not nice. I mean, I've had my whole life people telling me to keep the noise down, don't shout. But evidently, I feel I have to shout to be heard. Shout out to Brian PC for making it happen, quite frankly. And have you really ordered me some toilet brushes? Because I'm expecting some toilet brushes. Because I didn't buy any today. In the expectation I'm going to get some tomorrow. So I really hope, thanks Brian. You really didn't have to do that, but so kind of you to do so. Isn't that nice, eh? So generous. Well, it's such a long story and so complex. It takes a few minutes going over it to place it together for most people, to be fair. But Brian Harvey has done it. And I was thinking today, I was like, yeah, we've heard the story, but ultimately, Harvey has done time. He's done fucking time. So he deserves to get his story out the way he wants it gone out. And his comeback is secure now, because he's now in the driving seat. He's in a position to say yes, no. And yeah, no, and obviously he's a skilled operator, and that's what I was touching upon. The very fact that he's been successful tells us he's a motivated person who works hard to be successful and to attain a success that he dreams about. I mean, Brian Harvey's been in that scenario in which his dreams have come true. And now what we're coming to see is the reasons that Brian Harvey's dreams come true with such regularity is because he works hard for it. He's proactive. He makes the success that comes. And we're seeing that in real time now. We're seeing it, how it happens. And, you know, quite breaking it down to its simple components, how it happens is having the balls to speak up and go, "Oi, Harry! Harry, you're being fucked over by a pervert. Guess what these cunts have done to me?" And Brian Harvey had every fucking right to go out there and scream his fucking tits off. Whatever the saying is. Yeah, it's a big up Brian Harvey, I say. And then again, it goes back, always comes back to Bill Maloney. What the fuck is Bill Maloney up to? Bill Maloney has to explain himself. It's no use doing a fucking stupid dance as you come back. That ain't no fucking comeback, Bill Maloney. You know, and to be fair, complete transparency, I was one of those people who brought Sun, Sea and Satan £20. I saw it as a £20 donation. Nice to have a little film out of it. Nice. But it was my hard-earned money over to Bill, believing that he was a genuine guy, right? Believing he was a genuine guy. And we know that by Brian, don't we? That the reason why fucking Brian got suckered in by Bill Maloney was because Bill Maloney was crying like a fucking baby. Oh, I'm so desperate. I wish I could do something positive in the world. It's all fucking fake. Crocodile tears. He was feeding Brian Harvey a cock and ball story with the intention of Brian Harvey repeating that cock and ball story and then discrediting the whole fucking truth movement. And again, making Brian Harvey look like a right donker wonker, pudding and pie, kissed the girls and made them cry. It's not nice to kiss girls when they don't fucking consent to it. And that's what it's all about, consent. Did Brian Harvey consent to be put in jail? What do you think? Over to Brian. The Pet Shop Boys song was on, and Bill was doing a silly dance, yes, as a comeback. I just don't get it. Shall we look at that again? Shall we look for it? Let's look for it. Bill Maloney, Pet Shop Boys. Bill Maloney, a bunch of baloney, Pet Shop Boys. And this is dangerous. This is dangerous because people like myself who are editors, I'm an editor of a popular online news source. Anyway, I'll stop yabbiting. We'll go straight over to Bill. Bill the prick, quite frankly. Because until Bill Maloney can answer the questions about why the fuck is he setting up Brian Harvey, he has lost my respect. So let's watch the Bill Maloney. Bunch of baloney. Someone tell me what I'm doing. I'm sharing the screen, Brian. I'm sharing the screen. Here we go. Can you hear it as well? 1 minute. Let me stop the background music. Right, settings. Here we go. I don't think, no, the actual dance isn't the issue. I know it isn't. It's the fact. Of course, the dance isn't the issue. The fact that he danced is the issue. He didn't say anything. That's the issue. And he's continuing to not say anything. And it's you know, it's a concern. Let's put it that way. And then we'll go back to let's listen. No, look, before we do a bit of Bill Maloney, let's just quickly go over to Dave.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, you just missed a bit of
let it cool down. You know, Michelle Marie Delaney does this awesome thing where she can actually cool down the food. I don't know if you guys saw it.
We'll just go over
to her hand over the top and cools everything down. Yeah.
And then we'll have a bit of
All right, let me figure out where the fuck I am, guys. Hold on.
And then we'll have a bit of Bill Maloney doing his
now I'm not
getting
home until 9 o'clock.
What a silly dance.
Sucks because I think the grocery store.
Another video out there mocking everyone.
I gotta stop at a grocery store, probably in New York or something.
Is there another video out there mocking everyone, saying he falls as well?
Hold on, guys.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, I gotta take the White Plains exit. Shit. Forgot. Yeah, it's gonna be an awesome. It's gonna be an awesome Berg song.
Oh right, sorry, I was just
He's gonna be. This guy's gonna be livid, man. Livid. And we're gonna destroy him with everything, Cat. Everything we got.
For the time being,
it's gonna be a full-on blitz with this fucker. But
say goodbye to Dave and have a bit of Bill Maloney. Oh, hang on. So we've got to say goodbye to Dave and hit Bill. Oh, we can't hear anything. Oh, so it's Lenny as well. Can't seem to hear anything. Can you hear anything? No, I cannot hear anything. And anyway, that's Bill Maloney. That's the best he can do. That's the best you can do, Bill. No, what? It's all very well you marching like that and acting a prick, Bill, but you know you fucked over. You fucked over Brian Harvey, haven't you? Who's that sound somewhere? Somebody in the house? No. Hello. Yes. So the sun's going down like 8:30 out in New York.
he don't care if his mother's alive or dead. You think that Bergs really cares about his mom? I don't think so. You know, and he'll use it to his advantage. Oh, look what they're doing. Look what they're saying about my mom. My mom. Do it to me, Bergs. Yes, Cat.
Anyway.
Yes. Shadows of the...
We're going to leave Dave in peace. Leave Dave in peace. And, oh, there's a bit of War of the Worlds going on. Oh, I'll get a copyright strike. Big shout out to the Facebook audience. Don't think I haven't forgotten about you, Facebook. Of course I haven't. So where were we? Brian Harvey. Yeah, we were looking at Bill Maloney, weren't we? We were looking at Bill Maloney prancing about, but not really saying anything. Yes, Matt. Bill's sitting down in it. I don't have the original video, but I have it recorded. Oh, really? You've had it recorded, really? Lovely. Of course, yeah, and well done for doing that. So, as Brian shared then, there's footage of him just basically boasting that he's had us all on. So listen, the verdict, I mean, it's overwhelming, isn't it? It's more than circumstantial. It's more than circumstantial now. What with Brian PC, letting us know there's footage of him pretty much coming out and saying it. Another video out there mocking everyone, saying he fooled people as well. Memory comes to serve me, Brian. I remember that. Yeah, I remember it. Yes, I remember it. Yeah, so it's gone past the circumstantial evidence threshold with Bill Maloney. The man has got questions to answer. Brian Harvey has presented himself exemplary. Brian Harvey couldn't have done it any other way. He's presented himself exemplary. What does not add up to me is, says Brian PC, if John Wedger is a Jehovah Witness and his dad was head of anti-terror squad, yet Jehovah Witnesses are opposed to violence and Parliament as they see themselves as not part of society. Well, there you go. So here's something that's puzzling Brian. How could John Wedger's dad be the head of an anti-terror squad in which, as part of the job, will be authorising violence in defence of the country? How does that marry with being a Jehovah Witness, in which their tenements ban violence? Brian PC is just putting that out there, he says. Just putting that out there. Good, yeah, thank you for doing so. Let me think what my problem is. My problem is John Wedger driving Brian Harvey there. Was it on duty? Brian Harvey says he was on duty. My question is all this being orchestrated? Well, it is. Brian Harvey saying yes, it is. Via Puddock. This is a government psyop. Masons and Jehovah Witnesses are linked. Well, there you go then. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility that John Wedger's dad was a double agent. And of course, like I always say, everyone has got a secret, a private, and a public life. John Wedger's dad would have had a secret life. The private life being he was a Mason. I have evidence for this, says Brian. Which is all the more reason, Brian, you've got to eventually take the plunge and go live. Yeah. Yippity-yah, 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 yippity-yah. It's just gone 1 o'clock, everyone. We will be wrapping it up in 2 hours, because I reckon 2 hours is perfect timing. churn it out in 2 hours increments, I say. So the Bobby Star, Bobby, let's just jump into what Bobby's saying. So we have a little chat, listen in. I know it's a bit knobby.
Yeah. Yeah, positive cling. Well, who doesn't want a positive clingy girl just hanging off of them? Being like worshiping me. Worship me, baby. And I'm gonna tell you ladies something right now.
Hey,
you worship your man like that,
we're watching
right? And that guy will continue
New York
week after
live.
week, making sure
New York
that he gives you
behind.
something so that you will worship him for another week.
Double figures. It's only taken 1 hour, 38 minutes to hit the double figures. Welcome everyone. Running 20 minutes.
What do you think? What do you think? A guy wants some cool chick? No, I don't want a cool chick. I want a chick that clings. That clings and wants to fucking tell me that I'm the best every day for doing something amazing.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it, Dave.
Out on the wire. I mean, like, fuck, man. Who the hell wants to come home? Who the hell wants to come home after being yelled at by their boss, seeing someone get electrocuted to death, blah, blah, blah. You come home to some fucking woman that's nagging about the way that you fucking folded your underwear and put it in the drawer.
Yeah, no one likes nagging. Oops. No one likes nagging. No one likes nagging, do we? We'll come back to Dave. I hope you've all subscribed to Dave, the Bobby show. Where were we? We're coming up to 1 hour 40 minutes. Hope everyone's well. Thank you for joining me. We've hit the double figures. Hey, it only took 1 hour 38 minutes. But listen, in my defense, this is a backup channel. We all know what happens out there. Channels get taken. It's harsh. No doubt this channel will get taken. More channels out there will be taken. But it's only when we lot come together and start calling out the wrong uns. And we know who the wrong uns are. We know who's doing it. Not Wedger, my bad. Oh, not Wedger. Ian Puddick's. Oh, his dad. Right, okay. So we have a correction there, everyone. We have a correction from Brian. We're talking about the father being the head of anti-terrorism. So the anti-terrorist squad. So you're saying Ian Puddick's father was the head of the anti-terrorist squad and a Jehovah's Witness. Well, there is a connection there. Not John Wedger, as claimed. Just for clarification, Brian said Ian Puddick claimed his dad was head of anti-terror squad. Okay, that's right. That's fair enough. Putting that out there, everyone. We're putting that out there. So Brian sees Puddick as a part of Bill Maloney's team. It can be argued Bill Maloney is part of Puddick's team, being Puddick's boss. I mean, we don't know who Puddick was seeing. He could have been seeing the Queen, for all we know. Or the Queen Mother. He could have been working for the Queen Mother. Turning up with the gin every week for further instructions. We don't know the full story, do we? But Bill Maloney knows the full story. He did a tweet on it, says Brian. Sorry, folks, I'm very tired. It's been a long day. No need to apologise. Yeah. It's coming up to 1 hour. It's 7 minutes past 1. It's late, everyone. It's late. But listen, we've got 18 minutes to go, so we'll prattle on for 18 minutes. I'm sure we can do it. We'll round it off at the nice 2 hour. I like the 2 hour duration. Ian Puddock put up the money for the Ninja recorder Brian Harvey swore about. Yes, don't we all know, Brian? Don't we all know? We all know that Ian Puddock paid for the equipment, because this was also confirmed in conversation with Sean Atwood. Correct me if I'm wrong again. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to be wrong. But am I correct in saying it was confirmed by Ian Puddock himself? Oh, so Brian's saying Bill Maloney did the deed. But didn't I hear Ian Puddock say, yes, he did front the money for the camera that eventually ended up with Brian Harvey? So Brian is saying Brian Harvey actually paid it. Yeah, he did with Sean. Yes, he did. Well, and that's what I love about what Brian Harvey's doing. He's putting it all out in the public, which is the only way you can do it, really, of course. And he's done a great job. He has done a great job. Talk TV, the hell for Brian Harvey. Well, let's just listen to this quickly. Right, this is a lovely bit of let's share this. This is very interesting.
The High Court. I think we have to have a moment and kind of slightly concern ourselves for the sort of health of Brian Harvey a little bit, who's of his own making or otherwise, has clearly not been in the best place. And I think we saw a bit of evidence offering his help to Prince Harry. We've yet to hear from Prince Harry's people as to whether that help has been accepted. But he did say you've got to ditch the lawyer that looks after you first. So clearly, one might assume there's been some history there. 03444991000. Let's go back to your
fascinating, because that's now the choice the mainstream media has. Do we look at the history? And if you look at the history, Brian Harvey again. You want to have a look? You want to see what I can see?
Rude, mate. Fucking rude.
Invalid entry. If you know the extension number, press.
Thanks for calling. Please hold and we will answer your call as soon as possible.
Good afternoon. You are on the switchboard here and see if you can hang by direct your call.
Good afternoon, mate. I rang up about an hour and a half ago and I had the phone rudely put down on me by someone at the Sun. I rang up and I've asked to talk to the head of legal. You've put me through to some clown who wants to keep putting the phone down on me. Now, if I'm good enough to write about in that newspaper, when they've got it wrong, they have to suffer the consequences, I'm afraid, and putting the phone down on me ain't going to cut it. If that happens to me again today, listen, mate, right? If that happens to me again today, I'm coming to your building. Do you understand? Don't let that happen again.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's been phone tapped here. I want to talk to your legal team. I want to talk to your legal team, and I want to talk to them now. Don't keep fobbing me off, mate. And what is your name and who am I talking to, please?
Okay, so you're through the switchboard.
Yeah.
I'll best to see if I can find you someone to put you through.
Yeah, but you done that. You done. Wait a minute, mate. Please wait a minute. Yeah, you just done that, and the person was rude, and they put the phone down, and they wasn't who I asked for in the first place. I asked to talk to the legal team. I have criminal documents that I want to email to them. Right, phone tapping that they've done on me. Now I want to show it to them and prove it to them because I've contacted the International Criminal Court. And you lot keep putting the phone down on me, ain't gonna cut it, mate. I will turn up at your building, and you don't want me turning up at your building, because I make a lot of noise when I turn up, like I did at Downing Street. Right, so I'm asking you, please, mate, please put me through to the right people this time. I want the legal department for News UK, please.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So who did they put you through to before, you know?
They put me through to the Sun. The bloke answered, and I said, who am I talking to? He went, yeah, this is the Sun. You know, and then I start explaining what the case is, and he puts the phone down. Do you know why he put the phone down? Because I mentioned Millie Dowler. It's not my fault that they phone tapped me the same time as Millie Dowler, and the same journalist done her and done me. It's not my fault.
No, he's got a good point, hasn't he? It is not Brian's fault, everyone. It's not Brian's fault. If anything, says Brian PC, it backs Brian Harvey's story, or at least confirms it, as he gave money to fund it, and as we know, Ian Puddock boasts he worked for the Queen. This Ian Puddock's communication past suggests a cover-up shown by Mr. Harvey in light of further evidence given on the Brian Harvey channels. You cannot deny Brian Harvey has given it all. Brian Harvey's been 100% transparent. So many of Brian's channels were shut down, at least 8 channels. Why? I mean, here's me moaning about my channels, but Brian has lost more than me. Brian has suffered. And he's right to say, what the fuck are you blaming me for? You know what I mean? Should we go back to that? We're going to go back to that. We're going to finish off the show, finish off the 2 hours.
It's not my fault, it's your fault. It's not your fault personally, but their fault at that newspaper. And I'm not going to suffer having the phone put down on me. When I'm in the right, I've got paperwork here that I want to show them. Otherwise, I've just got to walk straight to the police station, haven't I? I want to be put through to the legal team, mate, please. I won't ask again.
Hang on to your paperwork. If this doesn't work, you have to consider other measures. But if I'll do my best to put you through to the right team.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck.
Don't put me through to the Sun again, though, please, yeah?
I have to put you through to the Sun, I'm afraid.
No, I don't. Listen, that's what I don't want. Why are you putting me through to the Sun? I want the legal team, not the Sun newspaper. Right? Why would you put me through to the Sun when all they've done is slag me off for 30 years? Why would you do that?
Right. Okay, so you're through the switchboard here.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my best. I can only do...
No, you're fobbing me off. You can't only do that, mate. Put me through to the league. Right, what is your name? I need your name, please.
That's irrelevant.
No, it's not irrelevant. You work there. You're an employee taking phone calls. I want your name, mate.
Please stand by.
No, I want your name.
I will try to put you through...
Anyway, we're not going to... I'll watch it. I'll watch it. In light of the Prince Andrew, Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein cover-up, why? And of course, that's something Brian is very vocal on. And it's interesting how Brian is saying all the Millie Dowler has been mixed up with his, all on the same tapes. I mean, poor Brian Harvey, he's landed right in the middle of it. And as Brian PC rightly, brings up, there's the Prince Andrew Ghislaine Maxwell connection. And what a sordid web is being sown here. But come on, we're in the last 10 minutes of the 2 hours. For myself, I'm just going to recap. Brian Harvey has proven Bill Maloney was setting them up. Bill Maloney is in the same team as Wedger, Puddock, and Jeanette Archer. Jeanette Archer doesn't want me at the SRA conference because Lou Collins knew what I got up to at the AV5 conference in 2014. Look, I don't want to I don't want to keep doing this. But this may be something I'm going to have to like put my foot down on, as in my capacity as the daddy. I know Brian doesn't mind. We're all fathers. I was out with Warren last night. We're all daddies. Don't worry about it. I know we're all alpha males, so you know I'm just beating my chest. But as the daddy, I think it's important to hold Maloney to account. People ignore Brian Harvey to deflect from Brian's solid evidence of a cover-up. From not just that, but the Millie Dowler cover-up of child trafficking, sordid indeed, and so child murder crimes. Because of course, and you know, this is something for Brian Harvey to elaborate more on. But Brian Harvey himself believes that Millie Dowler could have been a victim of a bigger paedophile ring. Listen, you know, I'm not going any closer than that, except than telling you what Brian Harvey thinks of the situation. And Brian Harvey's got every right to looking deeper into it because he's in deep with the whole thing. Like he says, his tapes are tied up with the Millie Dowler tapes. And and thanks ever so much for your input today, Brian PC, sponsor of the show. As Brian is rightly pointing out, not only is he right in the middle of the Ghislaine Prince Andrew stuff, the Millie Dowler cover-up could indicate a nationwide paedophile ring servicing, you know, everyone we are led to believe are the great and the good. And it's all coming down to that, isn't it? And of course, the Philip Schofield saga, scandal, is giving us the answer, isn't it? The great and good aren't really as great and good as they pay their PR companies to make them look. It's the last 5 minutes, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I certainly have. Look, but we've got to wrap it up at some time, haven't we? Hey, we've got to wrap it up at some time. And it is coming up to 1:30 in the morning, so we may as well do it. What people need to get their head around is Jehovah's Witnesses think God can heal paedophiles. Really? So it's like, don't worry. When you die, you'll be let into heaven. And you won't commit when you're in heaven. It's just... It's an excuse, isn't it? It's an excuse. Listen, crime is a crime. Our kids are not there to be fucking... They're not sexual objects. Children are not sexual objects. They're entities in their own right who deserve privacy and respect for their bodies. Come on! Well, we all know. Let's not get angry and loud and shit like that. I just want to say a big shout out to my Facebook audience. I hope you've enjoyed it tonight. Bobby Starr, his video is unavailable. So, oh, and Michelle Marie Delaney is live. So if you haven't seen Michelle Delaney, look, I'll just share this with you. This is Michelle. I won't do it long because, you know, it's not nice to grobnob. Let me just show you, Michelle.
Make supersaturated steam to make the steam engine work. Okay.
That's Michelle.
Maybe you could use some grass, and maybe of course some kindling to get the fire started. But if you really want a good hot fire for running a steam boiler, you need coal.
That's her tune. That's her panel. I mean, so feel free if you want to. That's another New York connection, everyone. That's another New York connection. That's Michelle Marie Delaney. Whether they know it or not, they need to know there is more to Brian Harvey's story than meets the eye. And I reckon it was a calculated thing. Of course it was. It was calculated. And I think the mainstream media will look deeper, quite frankly. Shit show, Matt. Give an update on your devices seized again. Oh, whoa. Hey, the German. Look at that. The German coming in and fucking shouting around. Really? Mate, that isn't gentlemanly conduct. It isn't gentlemanly conduct, German man. You don't like that ungentlemanly conduct. First warning. Ian Puddick interviews Paul, an ex-Palace police, who informs the Prince Andrew situation. Yes. Oh, I didn't know. I haven't seen Ian Puddick interviewing Paul, but I think I have seen Paul being interviewed by someone. I haven't really watched Ian Puddick as much as, for example, maybe Brian Harvey. No slur against Brian Harvey, of course. He's a good lad. He's a good man, Brian Harvey. He leads by example. That's what I like. That's what I like about Harvey. He leads by example. So listen, everyone. I see EJ's Coliseum. Oh, that's Jeanette, isn't it? Jeanette. Charlie's girl. Look. Charlie's girl. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I thought Charlie's girl was talking. Anyway. How's everyone? Look, we last 10 seconds, everyone. We're the last 10 seconds. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. We'll go over it over. We'll say our goodbyes. Don't worry. Matt, you still supporting Decker Hecky? I don't think I ever have, I? But no, I don't think I ever have. No. Listen. Oh, look, we've gone past now. Do you know what's happened, Brian? Brian! That bloody German has come in and sabotaged and gone past the hour. Oh my God. If we don't rip it off at 2:15, we may have to go for another fucking hour. What are you lot fucking like? Decker got his face smashed in yesterday. Yes, he did, didn't he? Shall we have a look at it, shall we? Let's have a look at poor old Decker Hecky getting smashed up. We don't, of course, condone violence. It's not nice. We're going to watch the fight, everyone. We're going to watch the fight. I haven't got permission to show this. But let's show it anyway, shall we? Fuck it. Here we go, everyone. It's fight night on MattTaylorTV. Ready? Steady. Are you ready? Are you steady? Are you steady? Are you ready? This is Decker Hecky. Decker Hecky versus Robbie Brown. Here we go, everyone. Warning that this is unsolicited, unadulterated violence. Here we go.
boys. Keep back, boys. Keep back, keep back, keep back.
Take your time. Take your time, Decker.
Long fighting for the long fight, mate. That's it. Relax now. In and out of the way, good lad. Take your time, Robbie. Long fight, mate. Long fight, mate. That's it. Take your time. He's thinking already. Relax. Take your time, Robbie. Just relax, mate.
Take your time, Decker.
Long fight's thinking already, Robbie. Yes, that's it. Lovely, Robbie. Take your time now. Take your time, Robbie. In and out of the way, mate, yeah? Don't get stuck in the mud, though, yeah? Take it out, good lad.
Yes, yes.
Keep back, keep back, keep back.
Of course, evidently, at this point, Hecky is like, oh, I'm fucking loving it. Oh,
Yes,
that was
good kick.
That was a good kick from Hecky there. Right in the midriff of Robbie. Robbie took it well, though, and came back on the advance. So I'd say at this point, Hecky's thinking, yeah, I've got this fight, I've got this fight. Hecky is pushing him back. Robbie using his legs a lot, using his feet, keep himself side on to Hecky. Oh, there's Hecky throwing
Take your time, Decker.
a right hand overcut. Nowhere, totally missing. And there's Robbie's got a smile on his face. A bit of a pathetic jab. Oh, Hecky comes in with a good on kick. Oh, that's a grab. Nice.
Yes,
Robbie's got
Robbie,
down. Robbie's gone down on the floor. I'll let the action speak for itself.
Robbie, take your time, son. Do your work.
Keep him, Decker, keep him. Use your strength.
Wrist control that wrist, Robbie. That's it. Take your time. Try and get that leg over. Slowly, take your time. Try and get that leg over. Try and get that right side over. Slowly move it. That's it, Robbie, lad. That's it, Robbie. Wrist control that wrist. That's it.
Yes, Decker, get up.
Yes, Robbie, lad.
Step back. Keep back.
Keep the body. Keep that body triangle in. Keep the body triangle tight. Keep the body triangle tight and he can't move. Wrist control. Make sure that body triangle's locked in. Try and get the body triangle locked in, Robbie. Robbie, take your time, kid. Take your time, Robbie. Take your time. Time's up. Don't get too high. Robbie, don't get too high, son. Don't get too high, mate. Don't get too high. Get the triangle loaded. Try and load them legs, Robbie, yeah? Stay back. Muffler if you can.
Take your time, Decker. It's all right. You haven't got it. Yes, go on. This is it now, Decker. Hit him.
Right. Oh, look, there's a Decker going on. A bit of respect there. Oh, look, Robbie's right in it now.
Good fight, boys.
Don't train with him. Don't train, Robbie. Stick to your game plan. Do not train.
Robbie, he's breathing. We'll fight this, boys. Stick it up.
That's it. Robbie, do nothing about training with this.
I will read out comments after the fight. Right, at least we've got the screen back up. That's good. Screen.
Come on,
right
Decker.
orientation. What a fight! This is an awesome fight. You can see Robbie's tactic, isn't it? Take Ecky's feet out from under him. I mean, just the weight difference is so noticeable, isn't it, eh? Oh!
Yes!
They were like tree trunks there. Robbie kicked Ecky's leg, but that leg wasn't going anywhere. Oh, yeah, that's hurting. That's hurting. Those kicks to the leg, that's taking a toll. Those kicks to the legs are taking a toll. With every kick, that leg gets more painful, more weak. Well done, Robbie, for saying yes to this fight. I certainly wouldn't go up against Ecky. Oh,
yes!
Ecky's done a nice right punch connected to the face. And you can see it shook Robbie there. It shook Robbie. And the refs just come in, give him a bit of a timeout there. Give him a 3-second timeout. I get the impression Hecky thinks he's got it under control. I mean, at the moment, Hecky's been taken to the floor and wrestled a bit. But Hecky has landed. Oh, another good punch. He's hoping for a knockout punch.
Yeah.
Oh, no. He's got some nice little 2 jabs there. Out of reach. I mean, you can see Hecky is huffing a bit there. Losing some energy. But he's still on the front foot, coming in. Oh, some jabs and then that right.
Let's do some damage now, Decker.
Of course I don't support Hecky. German propaganda. You know, no, what it is, Brian, this is this German guy, he's been radicalised by the Satanic freak. We'll discuss it more after the fight. Thanks to everyone who's contributing in the chat, everyone. This is a good fight, man. Good fight indeed. That looked like a punch to the face. No, to the head. I meant to say. Oh. Looking forward to no kick. Oh yeah, he's attacking. Right, Robbie's gone down, trying to take him down as well. This is where Robbie's strength is. Robbie's strength is get the opponent on the ground and then
choke
back
him, Decker,
the fuck
choke
out
him.
of him. But what's happened is he's got Hecky's leg. All right, it's the tap off. The regroup is the touch, is the buddy touch hand there, and they're back to fighting. Oh, you can see as much as I can.
Come on, Decker. Good kick.
Brian PC putting out some questions out there. Anyone can answer them. Answers on a postcode. Hopefully. Answers on a postcard. Hopefully. Come on, Robbie. Oh!
Yes.
Hecky hit him there. Robbie kicked. Hecky responded immediately with a punch. Come on, Robbie. Robbie's got more intent now. Robbie isn't taking his eyes. Oh! Robbie was playing with Hecky there. Yeah. And then Hecky responded with a left and a right. Nice foot coming from, foot to the shoulder, coming from Robbie. You can see Hecky is tired now and retreating. Yes! And Robbie is on the prowl. Robbie is coming forward. Oh, we have blazing adults in the house. There seems to be some internal conversation. Oh, yes! Hecky coming in strong.
Come on, Daka.
I get the impression that Hecky thinks he's got it at this point.
Keep going, Daka.
Or Decker, as he's affectionately called by his mate just then. I reckon Decky reckons he's got it at this point. But then again, so does oh, so there's Decky half-heartedly trying the boot. Oh, he's doing the boot and the punch.
Yeah, you're alright, Decker, you're alright.
Oh, look, now he's playing. Now, Decky is playing Robbie at his own game. And Robbie ain't anything having on it. Robbie's got some defense technique. That's like the pocket drop. Oh, here we go, everyone, here we go. Just got the damage done now.
Strength there.
Yeah. Damage is going to get done. Look,
knees to the chest if you can. Knees to the side.
Violent.
Get them knees. Yes, Robbie, elbow. Get your posture right. Get your posture right.
Here we go. Oh.
Yes! Elbow, get that push. Yes, Robbie, lad. Elbows. Them little elbows, son. Them elbows. Get your posture right. Muffler while you're waiting. He's cut. Robbie, he's cut. Elbows. Keep them up in. Don't get no big movements. Just them sharp elbows. Take your time. That's it.
Oh,
take your time.
You've got to get out of there.
Headbutt if you can. He's cut. He's cut a bit, Robbie. He's cut
what
a bit.
What he should have done is what Robbie done.
He's cut a bit.
Body over. But Hecky's just laying there, taking it. Bad fighting, mate. You should have turned your body around by now. You've got your back towards it. That's a rookie mistake. Oh, look at the blood flowing now. You could easily have got out of that.
Stay there, Robbie.
Oh, I said do the headbutt, and now Robbie's doing the headbutt technique. That's really, the headbutt is really effective. I would have been, yeah, this is great. This is how street fighting is. This kind of This is how I taught my kids to fight.
He can't see, by the way, I would like
get them on the floor, fucking bash them.
That's it, the muffler.
Your legs, your elbows, with any implements at hand. This is the most effective way
Go on, take
to stop an opponent. Get them onto the floor and then bash them hard until they're no longer moving. Okay?
Yeah, keep his neck down.
That's it, Robbie, like, go on. Have a fist with that left hand if you can.
And you see what he should... The heck he's now doing what he should have done 5 minutes ago. Twist, turning his body over.
Yes, that's
a lot of punishment he didn't have to do. Oh, he's pretty much surrendering now. Yes! Look at Robbie's taking. Yes, well done, Robbie. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, mate. You worked hard for this. Yep, he's doing everything good. He's using his head. I mean, look at that. I mean, they're both...
If you want to shake hands.
We have to ask. Robbie,
I am informing the chat at the moment of we will catch up with all the comments.
Just take your time in there, son.
Oh, brutal. Absolutely brutal. Brutal street fighting. Just like I like it. And this is what you got to do.
More tired. The more you're working, mate, it's getting more tired.
Nice, put the gift, Robbie, keep going, son.
I mean, here, Decky is just clinging on for dear life. He's already lost the fight, but he's just clinging on. And all the while he's clinging on, he's giving Rob the opportunity just to have a little breather.
That'll do.
You know. I mean, what Decky should have done now is just submitted and say, right, give up. Because Decker is just taking punishment for the sake of taking punishment. And do you know why I think the psychology of what he's doing is, in his heart of hearts, he knows
Explode, Decker! Get up! Get up!
I think, psychologically, Decky knows he deserves this. If you had your head screwed on, you could have got out of this a long time ago without being a dick.
Robbie, he's fucking bro. Go on, Robbie. Go on. Robbie, he's fucking you, by the way.
Yeah, the rest of them might think that was going nowhere.
Tell you what.
And Decky would have carried on taking
Robert?
What a street fight. You got nothing to smile about, Decker. That was a self-beating, that was. He let himself get beat. For some reason, Decker feels as if he deserves it. Very interesting fight. I've never seen anything like it, to be fair. I've never seen anything like it. Absolutely fascinating. So, we had Blazing Saddles come in. Oh, God, there's some discussion about Burkett. I certainly do not support Decker Hecky. Watch Robbie Brown smash a fake bare knuckle boxing champ and B-roll actor. Multiple allegations and court cases. His dad has too, right? Okay. Right, there seems to be some kind of like... I'm open to info at Blazing Saddles. Just link me. There you go. You got look, and you know, I'm sure that goes for lots of people. If you've got information about stuff about people that's contrary to the public persona, let everyone know. Share it around. As long as it's not illegal shit, you know. Don't share what bloody. Don't get radicalized like the Brighton-based satanic freak. And I'm not talking about myself. You know, there's always dangers of getting radicalized by you know who. And it's easy to get radicalized because we've all been so injured by the COVID psyop. That's what conspiracy theorists think. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, for joining us. Just as I say, hello, everyone, for joining us, and then the German pipes up. Matt, you're boring. You are boring, Matt. Matt, tell us the secret. Tell us your secret, Matt. Hey, listen, everyone. We have to. We don't have to. I choose to endure the German in the chat. I choose to endure it. I know, silly, isn't it? Aren't I a big tit for enduring it? So, what else is happening? Oh, did Danny Jones ever do his live? There you go. You know, you don't get fucking Lenny having a little dig at Danny Jones for not going live when he promises to. There you go. This live Saturday open panel, open topics. We've been waiting for that since 7:05. Oh, well, we've got the German in there. Go, you going live? So the German has got a spanner in Danny Jones on Danny Jones's channel. And you're telling me I'm boring. Why don't you go over to your big buddy Danny and fucking say, why didn't he bother going live today? You German nutter. And that's not reflective of the German people. Because I've lived in Germany and I used to go out with the police station's cleaner. Her name was, oh God, Nicola. Big tits, lovely tits. She was a brunette. Black hair, actually. Gorgeous woman. So I was having it off with the police station's cleaner. Yes. Yep. A little known fact about myself. Oh, you think I'm boring? Do you think I'm boring? Do you think I'm sexy? Come on, baby, let me know. Let's sing it. Do you think I'm sexy by Rod Stewart? One of my favourite songs, actually. Do you think sexy? Rod Stewart lyrics. Do you think she sits alone, waiting for suggestions. He's so nervous, avoiding all the questions. His lips are dry, her heart is gently pounding. Don't you just know exactly what they're thinking? If you want my body and you think I'm sex, come on, sugar, let me know. If you really need me, just reach out and touch me. Come on, baby, tell me so. You want my body and you think I'm sexy. Come on, honey, tell me so. If you really need me, just reach out and touch me. Tell me no. Yes, let me know. That's alright, you don't have to listen to it. If you really want it, and you think I'm sexy. If you really need it, anyway, thank you, Rod. Love a bit of Rod Stewart. Oh, yes. Yes, German. What, aren't you interested, German person? Aren't you interested, German person? Answers on a postcode to Hoax Police. You find all your answers there. Did I have a hearing, did I? Have I got a hearing aid? Oh, look at you, desperate to know. Where else could you get the information? Hey, German man, Where else could you get the information from? That red face looks pure evil. Oh, it is, isn't it? These are all Boris Valenjo. Boris. What red face? So. Oh, Brian Peace. I know. If the cops, oh, please. The Germans. No, it's just singular. The German. Let's not rope in the rest of Germany in with the German in the chat. German alert. Be not very nice, is it? Not really nice talking about load of shit. Oh, look, when are you going live? This Matt Taylor's boring. But when are you going live, Danny? Oh, Danny, when are you going live? Oh, you pathetic, honestly. Look, German man. You're very close to being kicked, quite frankly. So let's go over to Decky, whatever his name is. The Grobby. Oh yes, the Grobby. I know, yes. Isn't it horrible? Right, we're ready to listen. Ready to hear from Decker. Here we go.
Like I say, guys, I'm not making videos on peace and trying to cause drama now, but I've seen Dougie's video, and Dougie, what, you're laughing at a fighting, man. Thing is with me, pal, I don't dance around for 90 minutes. We're not doing strictly come dance and mush. What I'm doing is getting in there, out of my comfort zone, and so what? The better man got the better on the day, and what? I'm not an MMA fighter, I'm a bare knuckle fighter. You've been there when I fought Christine. You've seen what I've done on a standing game. Ground game isn't my game, but you know what? I stepped out my comfort zone. I give it all I give it the best I could, because, like I said, I don't know the ground skills. But I'm not sitting here making excuses, because at the end of the day, he dominated. But people like you sitting there taking the piss, you're a mug, mate. And listen, if you think this little bit of cuts here has put me off next week, you're absolutely deluded, pal. As I say, Decker Heggie turns up, and I'm coming to Salford next week, and we'll see. Let's see if you can put me away, pal, because listen, there's going to be no ground game. It's just fisticuffs. And believe me, pal, it'll be a different outcome. Have you got the heart to carry on when you're in deep waters? I don't think you have. Like I say, you're a dancing queen, and I'm a fighting man.
That's very interesting now, because what it seems to be implying is that Decker feels as if he needs to be punished for something. Perhaps he acknowledges he has got dark thoughts. Haven't they, hey? Hiding in plain sight. I bet you've got dark thoughts as well, haven't you? Decker, definitely, he opened himself up for that punishment from Robbie. I know he's saying the floor game is not his speciality, but still, instinct kicks in. So I've been in these situations, right? I've been in that situation, and instinct will kick in. If you're getting pounding, you protect yourself. You turn away from the pounding. So, and you know, Andy did eventually turn. So the instinct, you go on instinct. He laid back and he took that for whatever psychological reason. Just saying, just putting that out there. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hiding in plain sight. I take it you're based in Brighton and you are an openly TST member. I take it, you know. Or you could be somebody else, you know. Listen, I'm at a disadvantage when people come in. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Facebook. Just like to say hi. I'm broadcasting live simultaneously on YouTube and Facebook. I just want to let know the Facebook audience. Hello. Thank you for watching. I am aware that you're there. You know, don't be shy. Jump on in and say hi. We can take advantage of the technology at our disposal. So, you know, I am aware of you, everyone. Like I said, broadcasting live on YouTube and Facebook. And I do keep my eyes out for anything being said on Facebook. So listen, over to this German. This German wants me to divulge private information. Now, as I keep saying, everyone has got three areas of life. You've got a public life, you've got a private life, you've got a secret life. Everyone has got that. I have. And any questions about the possibility of ongoing concerns of an alleged criminal offence is currently labelled private, which means any information pertaining to any criminal offences that may or may not have been alleged or committed will not be divulged in the public. I hope you're able to understand that. And I'm thinking specifically to the German individual currently in the chat room. Dark thoughts about what? Best keep it in the secret, isn't it? Best keep it in the secret. That's where you keep your dark thoughts. What are you asking me what your dark thoughts are? How would I know what your fucking dark thoughts are? But mind you, if you are the Brighton-based Satanist, we all know who we're talking about. Dick Dastardly. There's very real concerns for that individual. Look, German, I don't know what you fuck you're going on about here, German. Coming in here, wasting my time. Shout out to Katie. Morning to you, Matt Taylor. And chat. Up late too, yes. I blame the German. I was all ready to wrap it up for 2 hours. But then the German came on and started bringing up shite. So yes, we've gone on to the 3 hours. And it's good because Tony, with an I, not the Y, he's out for the night. And there are no neighbours next door. So I can be loud as I fucking want. But of course, I won't be too loud because I don't want to hurt your eardrums. Yes, hiding in plain sight. Who are you, basically? God. Let's not bring God into it. What I'm trying to do, hide in plain sight, is just trying to get an idea of who you are. You know, don't beat me up about it. You know? I am 100% transparent, and when people come in I haven't seen before, I'm always a bit inquisitive to know who you are. I like to know who you are, darling, before I share my secrets. I'm happy to share my secrets with anyone and everyone, but I have to be able to trust you, because my secrets aren't going to get me arrested. My secrets aren't going to get me locked up, aren't going to get me a criminal record. And who knows my secrets, Mr. German? Sussex police know my secrets. They know every fucking thing about me. Going back 20 years. They've read all my diaries. They've gone through my house forensically. Do you understand what I'm fucking talking about? Sussex police have rinsed me. They have fucking rinsed me. Enough said. Enough said. If I had done anything wrong, I'd be fucking banged up by now. Right? You know it, I know it. And the very fact that you coming in, pissing about your extremists, tells me that you have been radicalised by the Brighton-based Satanist, Dick Dastardly. So we're not having any of this radicalising bullshit, and you fucking wound me up now, you German little prick. Right? You've had your fucking 3 warnings. So you can stay here if you want, right? You're happy to. But if you continue to do your shit, right, you're fucking out of here. And then we'll spend all fucking night banning all your clones as well, all your sock puppet accounts. Right, we're trying to have a bit of fun here, right? And you've turned it a bit nasty. Because that's what you do. You turn things nasty. Right, so you've had your 3 warnings, German guy. Right, I'm fed up with it. We're trying to have a laugh here. We're keeping it light, keeping it fairy. You're coming and making it heavy, right? I don't appreciate it. Don't say thanks to me. Don't come in here, get me riled up and then go thanks, Matt. Like I said, you know, I've got no choice. You watch whether you liked it or not. But we can waste each other's times by me continuously blocking all your sock puppet accounts, which you'll now come into afterwards. Right? You know, no, look, I don't care about your questions. What you're asking about is private. I'm not fucking bringing my private out into the public, okay? If you don't come here and telling me your name, I ain't fucking choosing to share my private to you. Right? You make demands, you make accusations, and you expect me to treat you gentlemanly. What do you think of the website? Hiding in plain sight. Oh, right. Hiding in plain sight. Yeah, well, that's good work. Yes. Hiding in plain sight. So, who was the author of all that? I mean, has everyone checked out Hiding in Plain Sight? Again, that's going to be added to the extremist website. So, thanks for reminding me of that, actually. Hiding in Plain Sight. I'll pass that on to channel.prevent at brighton-hove.gov.uk. I will pass that on, because that website, yeah, absolutely, that website is extremist propaganda, Katie. It was made by extremist propagandists. It's made by extremist Satanists for misinformation. So yeah, that will be added and that will be passed on alongside SatanicViews.wordpress.com. And, you know, we all have a duty. No, I'm not a fan at all. And like I said, it will be passed on to the appropriate authorities, because what that website is doing is spreading extremism. And extremism have consequences, as we've seen with Shelley Moat and Helen James. These are vulnerable women getting roped in and then becoming the pawns of the likes of the satanic freak who lives in Brighton. Yeah, oh, that site. Yeah, it's a Blazing Saddle. Yeah, gets it. Or Tube England gets it. False information. Matt, I registered in Russia. You can't do. Oh, no, I don't give a fuck. But here we have the German taking claim of it. And this German has got a spanner on Danny Jones's channel. Says everything, doesn't it? Of course it says everything. Big shout out to my Facebook audience. Only one watching at the moment, but it's still, one is better than none. Oh, there's still two people. That would be me, wouldn't it? Oh, well, someone, I reckon a German is waiting for the for Danny Jones to start. You don't see Lenny having a pop at Danny Jones. Please be careful. You're committing defamation. What are you on about? What are you on about? What are you on about? Oh, the bell end, right. So the German is the bell end. Oh, God. Please be careful. You're committing defamation. Oh, on naming... No, not at all. No, I can prove that... No, I'm not taking that at all. You already have anyway. No, I'm not having that. I don't have to be careful. Everything has happened. Everything's gone through its legal channels. I'm more than at liberty to name names. So don't start coming in here, hiding in plain sight and causing aggro like that. You've got a warning. You've got a warning for coming in, gaslighting, right? Throwing your weight around. We ain't doing that here, right? We're all mature adults. You don't go around throwing your weight around, right? It don't work. Hey, look, Bellend, I don't give a flying fuck. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. And you're obsessed with me. Because I'm everything you could never be. You just haven't got it in you. And that's why you always operate from the shadows. And it's a shame. But that's your choice. You can't prove anything you said. Oh, look, I don't give a toss. I don't care. Right, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, goodness gracious me. Aren't they funny? I'm just going to do a bit of a cull at the moment, okay, everyone? I'm just going to do a bit of a cull. I do like a bit of a cull. So we're going to a bish bash and a bish bosh. Right, so it does get a bit boring. That's the only thing. And it is a waste of my time, but sometimes we just have to do it. There'll always be retaliations, and just be aware that this channel will most probably not be here this time next year. In fact, you can put money on it. You can put money on the fact that this channel won't be here this time next year. Over the tube, it seems the more successful and happy Matt achieves, the more desperate and pathetic the vermin et al. Become. Yes, isn't it? Thank you. And also, it's obvious to see. It is obvious to see. Big up me, quite frankly. Big up me, because I'm doing what they can never do. And so what do they do because of it? They come and sabotage me. That's how they think. And I'm at their mercy. Because I come in and I put myself out there all the time. And I do it because I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm doing what that passion in me that brings me happiness. And that's been written in the Constitution. And that's why I'm so keen in touching base with New York. Because it says in the American Constitution, you've got the right to pursue happiness. So happiness is the goal in life. And doing this, engaging with you, brings me happiness. And someone trying to deprive me of my happiness, like the bellend, who's the German, spanner on the Danny Jones shite. These are the obsessives. This is the projection. We all know it. I'm talking to the converted. They know it. But the beauty of me and the likes of Katie is that we can vocalize it. We can throw it right back at them. And what are we throwing right back at them? The truth. The fucking blindingly obvious. This is what these people do. Yeah, I am upset, bellend. Because you just cannot help yourself, can you? You have to come in and cause upset. Because that's in your nature. You know, and God bless the time where YouTube will get this right and vermin like you won't be allowed on people's channel. We can say to someone, this IP address, whatever. There's ways of doing it. Look, bellend, you know, I have nothing towards you. Neither hate, like, nothing towards you. You know what you've done to me, and you know the pain and the hurt and the loss I've suffered because of you. But like, you're like a murderer who likes looking at the scene, at the crime scene. You feed off the fact that, I've fucked up Matt so much, and I'm still here rattling at his fence, smiling, saying, I'm going to do it again. In fact, I'm already doing it in some sock puppet accounts. So yeah, I am upset, and well done. You've upset me. Give yourself a clap on the back. Wonderful. And you know, and it's not as if it's difficult to upset me, is it? We all know how highly strung we are. That's why I rely on sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Oh, Plisco, you know, no, you're always going to be a bellend. You're always going to be a bellend. And just remember this, Plisco. The only place you've got any authority or credibility is online in a crazy, shitty corner of YouTube that only a couple of hundred watch. You're an irrelevant little prick outside of this tiny, pathetic corner of YouTube. Oh, God. Pathetic, isn't it, hey? Aren't they pathetic? They're pathetic, I tell you. They're pathetic. So, tonight's show has been loud and proud. I've certainly enjoyed being loud and proud in your company. Thank you. Oh, God, look. It's just like painful, isn't it? They're so painful. They're so painful. So, we're coming up to 3 hours. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for joining me. Plisco pushed it into the 3rd hour. You know what my OCD is. I don't even know whether they're the correct letters. But I do like to keep everything tickety-two. So we'll run up to 3 hours and we'll say goodnight. It's coming up. It's gone. 2:20. It's 2:17 approximately. But anyway, I've got the place to myself. So lovely jubbly. Jubbly lovely. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. I'm gonna have a lovely night. Oh, look at that. Oh, is someone upset? Are you upset? so you have to say something nasty. That's fine though. At least the silver lining of wasting my time, wasting the last 10 minutes of getting rid of these, is that all their sock puppet against get put into the bin, which is nice. And it's not nice, is it? It's not nice being called a nonce. It's just nice. It's projection. You know what it is? It is actually projection. It's quite prevalent on YouTube. The projection is off the scale. Thanks for the thumbs up from Facebook. Thank you for joining me. Like I said, making the most of the technology at our fingertips. And the latest news about joining the Galactic Federation is all we have to do is clean up our pollution. Here was me thinking we had to spread gay rights across the world. No. The test of our civilization, a test of how civilized we are, is how we clean up after ourselves. And at the moment, we're failing to clean up after ourselves, hence all the pollution. Hence, we're not going to be joining the Galactic Federation. There you go. You heard it here on MattTaylorTV. Honestly, what's a load of raging weirdos, Matt? Yes, they are, aren't they? As Dave said, Dave, from New York, Brighton to New York, it's down to jealousy. It's down to jealousy. It's quite frankly, it's down to jealousy, darling. Because they cannot do what we do, they sabotage us. And, I don't know who was, Tube England, very eloquently put out. Their desperation is just obvious now. Oh yeah, and a big shout out also to Q. Shout out to Q, who leaves messages on my WordPress. Lovely messages. You tell the truth and they flip, don't they? Yes. They don't like the truth, do they? Because the truth puts them in prison. And Plisco, the bellend, has done criminal things. I mean, just porn bombing is criminal. But it is tiresome, but that's the task of a YouTuber. Everyone. We're coming up to the last 5 minutes. I hope everyone has enjoyed themselves as much as I've enjoyed it. If you haven't done so already, please check out my flagship news or corporation. No, corporation is the wrong word. My news platform. So check out my number one, platform. What am I trying to say? I'm getting tired. Check out Guerrilla Democracy News, broadcasting live from Brighton. Broadcasting news, the mainstream media dare not report. They honestly think the 77th is capable. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Remember, King Arthur has returned in our nation's darkest hour. Join King Arthur's army at kingarthurspoliticalparty.wordpress.com. Send me an email if you feel as if that's good. No need. You don't need to contact me if you've got no need to contact me. But if you feel the need to contact me, you're welcome to contact me by email at theworldaccordingtoMattTaylor@gmail.com. Please pay attention to the 3 T's in Matt Taylor. You can download Taylor Tales. It's a PDF free of charge from lulu.com. Hope you enjoy it. That's a free gift from me to you. Check out my blogs. Guerrilla Democracy News, as I've already said. Taylor's News Online. Matt Taylor, Writer, and Dogshit News. They've all linked with each other. They're like an octopus. Tentacles, touching, and all that jazz. A big shout out to tonight's sponsor, Brian PC. Thank you, Brian. Thanks for all the chats. A big shout out to Katie. Put her down as a truth warrior. Thank you, Katie. And a big shout out to all those brave souls tonight who took the plunge and jumped in. Not particularly impressed with Plisco, because he's a nasty toe rag. Yes, sleep well. We've got coming up to the last 3 minutes. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. Looking forward to you going live. We miss you, Katie. We miss you going live. You know, you're a great talent. And I think talent should be nurtured, not sabotaged. But of course, yeah. The only time we do that is when YouTube get their act together. I get it. But listen, thank you for Facebook viewers. Good to see Facebook coming on. It all started for me on Facebook, going live. It all started back in the day. Yes, I second that, Brian PC. Katie's lives are awesome, and they are awesome. We miss them, Katie. We miss you chattering about. We miss you, basically. We just miss you, mate. We miss you, as we miss everyone. We miss Dan and Bex. I mean, that was a lovely Irish song, wasn't it? So shout out to Perplexity AI. Listen, I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed it, because I've really enjoyed it. I love sharing this time with you. Massive thank you for everyone who's coming. Let's do a roll call. Brian PC, as always. Shout out to Brian PC. Tube England. Thank you, Tube England. Katie, we more affectionately known as A1000. And then we got some Plisco. He was in there as the 13th Cyber Panzer Fust. Oh, God. What an immature little child. Hiding in plain sight. Thank you for joining us. No, your website is not nothing to... what I can't believe, Katie, is that they actually boast about it. They boast about their bloody misinformation. Anyone checking that Hiding in Plain Sight website, you're opening yourselves up to extremist propaganda. Satanic extremism in your face. I'll leave that with you tonight. Shame on Plisco for bringing down the mood. It's not nice, is it? Trying to like harass someone to share private information. There's no respect, isn't there? Listen, everyone, I certainly respect you, and there's respect and there's thanks and appreciation for sharing your time with me. We're coming up to 3 hours. Thank you